Hi and welcome back to At Home with Art Factory. Today we're going to be making our money boxes. We've got these coin money boxes in the pack, one or the other that you've got there, and we've got the pens also that we're going to be using today. And it's really quite as simple as planning out what you're going to do on each little section of your money box. So you're going to plan what's going to go on the star, what's going to go on the circle disc around it, the cape, the hood helmet bit, his gloves, the star on the front, this front panel, and the shoes. All of these different elements that you've got to make decisions. They're not too hard decisions, but you've got to decide what the outfit is going to look like, so you're going to get a really great result at the end of it. So we're going to have a go at ours. You've got yours, I've got mine. Let's see how we get along. So, I think first things first, you need to choose an element that you're sure about. So, the colour of her hair or the colour of her hat, or start off with maybe the boots. I'm going to start off with his boots on mine. And
Start off with his hair.
You're going to start off with her hair. Okay, I know that I want mine to have red boots like Superman. And maybe you have a little flash of one other colour on the very bottom bit of the sole. Okay, so let's go. You get on with the hair and I'm going to get on with my shoes. So, you want to go very carefully with these because you can't really go over one colour with another, with a dark colour over a light colour will go, but a light colour over a dark colour will not go. You can't draw a dark one over a light one. So you've got to be careful with what you're colouring. Okay, be careful. You're going to cover the whole thing working in 3D. Won't take too long, but be gentle with your pens because they need to last for one more session too. We're going to use these pens for the mugs. Just carefully going around the edge. Careful as I can. Maybe it's a good idea to do the outline of where you're going to be colouring in and then colour in up to it. So just going really carefully to get a nice outline. Wonder if I'm going to give him a red cape to match the red boots. I think that might be a bit much.
I'm doing a red cape.
You're going to do a red cape?
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay. So go carefully around the edges, do the outline, and then colour up to it. And take a little while to cover larger areas. Just got to be patient, work methodically, and you'll get there. The pen's a really nice quality to work with, so you will feel it is a pleasure to do it, but you can't be in too much of a hurry. It's got a lovely finish to it, and it dries quite quickly as well. Don't touch it just after you've drawn on it, but it does dry nicely, and you can do layers on top of layers as long as they're getting darker. You can't. Oh, actually, you can use the white on top of the other colours. I think we'll see that a bit later on. Okay, so I've got all my boots coloured in nicely, like that, nice and neat. And we've got, can I show you where you're up to? So she's done an outline of where the hair's going to go. She's got a little bit of a way to get that coloured in, but she's got that going very well indeed. Now what I'm going to do is think about what other parts of the costume might also have the red in it. I think whilst I'm on the red, I'm on a roll. I'm going to think what other bits of his costume might also have the red. I'm not going to do the cape. I think I might do his hat, or the tips of his ears. I think I'm going to do them in red. So I'm going to colour them in. Very carefully, because you can't undo this little bit, especially as red. There's not much darker than red. Could go over it with black, or I could go over it with blue. I'm going to go very carefully around there. Taking quite a long time, but it'll be worth that. We've spent some time colouring it in. We've sped it up for you, and we spent about an hour doing it. We spent a long time because we wanted to make it nice for the video. You can spend as long. You could spend 2 hours, or you can just spend half an hour, 40 minutes. It's completely up to you how much level of detail you go onto. I did a few different layers on the watermelon, what has ended up being Watermelon Man. I've given him a watermelon helmet that he's shoved on his head. And does yours have a name? They don't need to have names, by the way. It takes quite a long time to colour them in if you want to get the sort of level of detail. But these pens are really nice. What do you think of those?
They're really good.
Yeah,
if they kind of, sometimes they run out if you use them quite a lot.
Oh yes.
If you don't click the
yes,
on it,
I think
it dries it out.
yes, the green one. I had trouble colouring in some of the green on the back here. I don't think I clicked the lid on properly from when I used it in the last session. So, very good point. Make sure, now that you've finished, you go through all the pens that you've used and click on all the lids and make sure they're clicked on properly so they're not going to dry out for the next session, because we've got one more session we're going to use these pens for, and we're going to be drawing onto mugs with them. That's a clue, a very big clue. We're drawing onto mugs. Okay, you can do little details around the edges of what you've done with the black to cover up any wobbly lines that you might have done. You can give it a name if you want to. You can choose what colour the face is. I went for a Simpsons sort of yellow face, and you've got a very tanned one there. I hope that you guys do amazing ones too. I look forward to seeing your creations. Send me photos, and as ever, like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time.